I have a bottle that I just got that I'm pretty sure you haven't tried yet.
Holy all right.
All right, so I haven't even reviewed this yet. My review for this is dropping Monday. So, but figured, hey, somebody's here.
Yeah.
Probably chances you haven't had this or seen it yet.
No, I mean, this is
the Colonel E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. This is their special release, Colonel Taylor, that just released this year. It was supposed to release last year. We didn't see it, then we saw it, then we didn't see it, then we saw it, then we didn't see it, then we saw it, and now we saw it, and now it's here. It actually exists. So.
I saw one get posted on secondary for like $2,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like it's insane.
To be honest, I actually I did a trade for this with some. I traded for it basically, you know, with a little cherry on top, just to kind of get the bottle.
Sure.
And generally, if you watch my channel, I do not like to pay high secondary prices, especially for Buffalo Trace crap.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say. The reason why I wanted to get this bottle so badly is because I think it's a very unique mash bill, even though we don't really know what that mash bill is, but it's a very unique mash bill. It's different than I think anything else that Buffalo Trace does. It's a maltier, chocolatier type of rye whiskey, and I couldn't wait to try this at Barrel Proof. So
I literally had no idea. He just sprang this on me. If you watch my channel, you know that a lot of what I do is unicorn, dusty, otherwise unique reviews. This is a bottle that I truly didn't think that I would ever see or ever try. Because I don't know if I would have felt compelled enough to drop secondary price on it.
Oh yeah.
So
right.
this.
So 126 proof.
Okay.
Now we don't exactly know again what the mash bill of this yet, but supposedly it's a little bit of a higher malt mash bill from Colonel Taylor for Buffalo Trace, which is different. Obviously it's a rye whiskey, probably a low rye, but a little bit more malt in it. Now the typical Colonel Taylor rye whiskey to me is fruit forward with but chocolatey. There's a chocolatey vibe to it, I think, because of the vibe, the malt that's in it, and supposedly the malt. And again, I'm just going off what people are telling me what the mash bill is, but there's a more chocolate heft to it, I think. So let's go into it, man.
My understanding of the E.H. Taylor rye is that it's a higher rye than like the Handies and the Saz 18. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Higher rye than those, but also apparently more malt that's in it. So
and that makes
to me, it makes sense, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That makes sense. Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
This is a...
Yeah, go for it.
This is a...
I literally just... This bottle just came to my door the other day. I'm like, I gotta give this to Austin. So.
That's awesome. I get a maltiness on the nose.
Yeah, it's malty, for sure. Malty, little chocolatey. Not as fruit forward as the nose on the 100 proof rye.
Yeah.
The Bottle and Bond rye.
Yeah, for sure.
This is barrel proof, so...
I mean, this is almost like Whopper's malty with the rye spice on top of that. So I think what I'm referring to is like the malt plus the chocolate.
Yeah, the Whopper's candy.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. But when you taste it, well, we'll see here.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, cheers.
Holy shit.
If there was such a thing as grape cherry licorice, I think that's what's in here.
Yeah. Definitely, right? Yeah. I purchased licorice from Australia Licorice Company or something like that. They have all of, like every flavor you can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like this grapey, cherry, licoricey note, which is kind of, embedded in like Buffalo Trace flavor profiles to me. Like you get it a lot in Stag. Oh yeah. You can get those like grapey flavors and stuff, but to see it in a rye like this so strong, I thought was really cool.
Oh, the old Charter French Oak is just
that's what I mean.
Grape candy.
But again, that's French oak though.
Yeah,
this isn't even finishing anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Chocolate, malt, grape, cherry. What else you getting?
Apple.
Oh, apple, for sure.
I get a little bit of apple in there too. That's nice. That's special.
What do you think?
That's good.
Really good, huh?
It's reminiscent of another rye, and I'm trying to pinpoint right now. And we just did the Kentucky Owls. So I don't know if that's why I'm thinking the
This-
Kentucky Owl Rye.
I'll tell you what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Of that bottle right over there, the Sagamore Spirit.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, not that one. That's the sherry finish. But the Sagamore Spirit 8-year rye. I think it's probably the closest thing to this, because it's a mash bill blend of high rye and low rye ryes that have been aged together that give you this really nice balance of sweet and spice. And I think that's probably the closest thing I've had to this. It's getting more and more fruit forward.
But there's a very specific rye that I'm thinking of, and I'm trying to lock it down because it doesn't have that cotton candy sweetness that you get with some of like maybe the Kentucky Owl Rye. But I don't know. I'll think of it, but it'll be too late by then. This is very reminiscent of a very specific rye that I've had recently.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's really good.
Secondary prices on this is going for about, say, $1,100 right now. Because this bottle is retail, it's like $100,
Right.
or just under.
Yeah.
So you kind of factor that in. But say the bottle's $1,000.
Right.
In that realm, based on what you're tasting now, how much would you pay for this after tasting it now? After tasting it,
Being that I am more bourbon focused, I still prefer like Thomas H. Handy over this. Like a good year of Thomas H. Handy. I did a blind ranking with my buddy Billy, where we did the last 5 years of Thomas H. Handy, and we ranked them. I call it a handful of handies.
that's a bold title.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it works out.
Let's see if it works out for him.
I'm a huge fan of like the 21 Handy.
Okay. Actually, yeah, that was a good year.
It's just orange candy. It's just so good. And then he generously broke out a sample of like a 2008 or 2009 Handy. Given what those are, I think my preference leans towards those, and those are in the $400
range.
ish. So
about $400 you would pay maybe for this, or even less.
I think I'd lean less.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So if you saw this for maybe $250 to $300, you would maybe get it
all day,
all day
yeah,
long. Okay.
All day long. Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I feel like you lean more towards those sweet, sweet heavy.
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
When we get too anise, when we get too licorice, or if we get too pine or too eucalyptus,
I'm not a huge fan of that either.
that kind of turns me off a little
but
bit.
I think the maltiness of this would actually.
Oh, it's fantastic. But
I'll say this: this is about the third pour I've had of this, and the maltiness has quietly kind of gone away a little bit more each time.
Okay.
The first pour I had of this, I was like, "Oh no, what's going on here?" But it's actually gotten a little bit. Those fruit forward notes have definitely come out more.
Yeah.
So
no, it's really good. Jack Daniel's rye for $60, barrel proof rye.
Hey, do me a favor, grab that. You see that 13 Colony with the cannoli on it? I want you to try that rye real quick before we sign off here.
All right.
That's a pick that I did. We called it the Holy Cannoli.
I remember seeing about it. Yeah.
And since you're a sweet rye guy, I just want to get your feedback on it. All right, try that cannoli.
All right.
Just a quick taste.
Oh, that's really good. I like that more than this.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I do. Like that's not.
Yeah.
It's darker. It's sweet. It's pancake syrup. So
it is.
Like that's.
And then the back end of it gives you like this almond cream, which is why we named it the Holy Cannoli.
Yeah. There is that. And then the
the pancake syrup is heavy for sure. Yep.
And then you get the not black licorice, not full on anise, but like somewhere between.
It's roasted fennel.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
It's not like the pure fennel that's really harsh. It's more of a sweeter fennel. Yeah. Right?
Dead on. Yeah. Spot on. Okay, so that's where we're leaving this. There, as always, the bourbon experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever you're with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, man.